Hello, I'm Ashley, the engineer at Andover Norton, and one of the queries we get on quite a regular basis, 2 or 3 times a month, is my motorcycle's smoking on the left hand side, right hand side, sometimes both sides. What could the problem be? Now, by the time they've usually rung me up, they've got the cylinder head off the bike. They've now actually lost a lot of intelligence that could have told them what that problem was and where to look closer on the motorcycle. With the head on, you can do your usual things like your compression test, and you can check to see if you've got decent compression. And not only that, it's within sort of 10% on both sides. They give you a good idea that everything's okay with the compression. Now, there's numerous ways that the oil can get into the cylinder head. It can come in via the gasket, it can come in via an inlet valve, exhaust valve, it can come down the side of a guide, it can come up past the rings, it can actually come via a cracked head as well. Now, the problem is, once you take the head off, you've lost a lot of information. Best thing to do, if you're getting smoking, make a note of whether it's coming from the exhaust on startup. If it's coming from the exhaust on startup, but then as you ride 2 miles it stops, there's a good chance that it's most probably coming down the exhaust side. For that, you can also take a plug out and check and see if that's oily as well. What you'll normally find, if it's on the exhaust side coming down the valve stem or down the valve guide, what you'll normally find is the fact that when you take the exhaust pipe out, the port's really sticky. It's like a tarry black soot, and you can also feel this in the end of the exhaust pipe silencers as well. So best bet is to consider what you're looking at. If it smokes when you've actually started the bike up and gone 2 miles down the road, you could suspect something like a valve stem steel's popped off. Yes, it's happened to me. I've done about 200 miles and then lo and behold, had to go take the head back off, put the valve stem seals back on properly, and then crack on again. Now, best thing to do is when you get back home, park the bike up on the centre stand so you've got the bike upright. Next day, before you strip the head off, what you can do is undo the exhaust, and you've got to take off the carburetors. These items have got to come off anyway, so they'll be out of the way. Once you get them off but the head is still attached to the actual cylinder barrel, use a small torch and have a look in there around all the ports to see if you can see any oil coming down. Normally you'll see it, if it's coming down the side of a guide, it would drip off the nose of the guide, or if it's coming down the valve stem, you'll see it running all the way down the valve stem into the actual rose part of the valve. Now, you would normally see the oil having left it overnight because the residual bit would have drained itself back through. Now, with that, it gives you an idea of what could possibly be wrong. From there, you then can identify where you need to look closer once you do get the head off and rectify it. So, a short video today, but a useful one nonetheless, because it does give you a better idea of where you can start looking for a smoking cylinder or smoking cylinders if you've got 2 of them. And we do see it occasionally where some of the cylinder barrels are not flat and the gasket hasn't gone down. We see it occasionally where the valve stem seals have popped off. Sometimes we even get them where they're not even been fitted. The bike's just been rebuilt by someone else. It comes into us and lo and behold, it's got no valve stem oil seals on the inlets. Valve stem oil seals, some people will fit them on the exhaust side, but be very careful doing this. It will stop the oil going down there, but the problem you've got is it's a hot part of the engine. And the trick with the valve stems on the exhaust side is it uses the pressure in the exhaust port to keep the oil out of the way of the valve, but it allows the valve stem itself to be lubricated somewhat. It's a fine balance, and of course you can see once something starts to wear, you haven't got enough pressure in your exhaust port to keep the actual oil in its place. On the inlet side, obviously you've got a vacuum, therefore we fit the valve stem oil seals. Now, people worry about what valve stem oil seals you can fit. Fit what you like, providing they fit and do the job. It doesn't matter whether the gartered type, non-gartered type, just pushover type, whatever. As long as they go on and stay on, they'll do their job. Now, if you've got any questions about this, feel free to contact myself and Simon in the office. We prefer email because of the sheer volume of calls we get, and likewise it may take us a day or so to get back to you if you send an email. But hopefully you enjoyed the video, and look forward to the next one. Thank you very much.